ሰዓት የምንገኘው ፋር ሸማሪያ ውስጥ የናይጄሪያ ኤምባሲ የሚኖርበት ቤት ውስጥ ነው የምንገኝበት ዋናው ዓላማም ልክ እንደዚህ ካሁን በፊት የአፍሪካ ቀን ይከበራል በዚህ ሰዓትም እንግዲህ ይህ የአንድ የአፍሪካ ሀገር ከመሆኗ ባሻገር የአፍሪካን ቀን ልናከብር እዚህ ተገኝተናል እንግዲህ እዚህ ቦታ የተለያዩ የአፍሪካ ሀገሮችን የሚገልጽ የአንዳንዱ የአፍሪካ ሀገር የራሳቸው ወግ ባህል ልብስ ሙዚቃም ምግብም ተዘጋጅቶ ቀርቧል እንግዲህ መላው የአፍሪካ ህዝብ እዚህ የሚገኙት በተለይ አምባሳደሮች ተጋብዘዋል እስራኤልም ከፍተኛ ባለስልጣኖች ተጋብዘዋል ይመጣሉ ተብሎ ይጠበቃል ምሽቱን እንግዲህ ጀምረናል ወደ እናንተ ቆየት ብለንም ለየት ያሉ ዘገባዎችን ይዘንላችሁ እንቀርባለን አሁን እንግዲህ ወደ ስነ ስርዓቱ እናልፋለን አመሰግናለሁ
Honorable Gedi, the former MK, Gadi, Honorable Abraham, also the former MK. At this juncture, I want to invite His Excellency the Ambassador of the Republic of Nigeria to welcome his guests in this compound. After which, he will invite the Dean of the African Group of Ambassadors, who will come, make his speech, after which the Dean will invite our minister from the Republic of Togo to make his speech, after which our chief guest, the minister in the Ministry of Finance, will come and make his speech. Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Nigeria. First and foremost, we need to play the anthems of the African Union and the anthem for the State of Israel. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Nigeria.
Special guest of honor, Ambassador from Ivory Coast. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this occasion. I have the singular honor to invite the Dean to make his remarks. You're welcome, sir.
Our guest of honor, Honorable Minister, Mr. Ahmad Amar, Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Excellencies, the ambassadors and head of diplomatic mission, representatives of international organizations in Israel, members of the African diaspora in Israel, friends of Africa, media organization present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the African Group of Ambassadors in Israel, I am delighted to welcome our guest of honor, Honorable Minister Mr. Ahmad Amar, Minister in the Ministry of Finance, and all of you to the Africa Day celebration marking 59th anniversary of the African Union, AU. We are also honored by the presence of His Excellency, Mr. Professor Robert Doucet, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Togo. Your Excellency, we welcome you to Israel and we are grateful to you for attending this event. We recognize the presence of Honorable Penina Tawano Chata, Minister of Immigration and Integration of Israel. Honorable Minister, guest of honor, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, every year the African Union selects a theme, and for this year, 2022, the theme of this year is, I quote, strengthening resilience in nutrition and food security on the African continent. End of quotation. In that regard, His Excellency Macky Sall, President of the Republic of Senegal, Chairperson of the African Union, outlines the above theme in his priorities to address, among others, the ongoing nutrition challenges. In the Agenda 2063, the African Union has adopted common aspirations drawing on the potential of its populations with well-nourished citizens and in good health, with a particular emphasis on women, adolescents, and children. Our guest of honor, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as you may know, Africa is the future with huge opportunities for investment, with the large youth population that could contribute to accelerating development, more arable land, which is a source of jobs, food, and generational wealth. But the continent still shares the world's undernourished population, and concerted efforts must therefore be deployed to help Africa to prevent, prepare for, cope with, and recover from shocks. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the global COVID-19 has greatly affected all of us, claiming lives, shattering economies, and destroying livelihoods. The African continent, like many others in the global south, has suffered grave socio-economic effects due to COVID-19. However, Africa has played a key role in contributing to fight against the spread of this pandemic. In the same spirit, the African Group of Ambassadors in Israel is grateful to the government of Israel and all partners in the struggle against the pandemic and the contribution for the vaccine donations during the African football competition in Cameroon this year. Allow me also to mention that the Brothers of Arms campaign was much appreciated as it enabled diplomatic staff and their family members to be inoculated. Distinguished guests of honor, I would like, through you, on behalf of the African ambassadors, to convey our congratulations and thanks to the government for the successful vaccination program. Honorable Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we mark this Africa Day, we take cognizance of the warm, cordial, and strong relations between Africa countries and Israel. We note with appreciation the visit of the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mr. Naftali Bennett, to Egypt in March this year, and other high-level government delegations in the previous years. The visit of His Excellency Felix Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, in 2021 to Israel, and the current visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Togo. We appreciate the continued technical cooperation through Mashav and other partners in all areas, which goes a long way in empowering Africa to realize growth and sustainable development. We keep believing that cooperation in mutual interest between Africa and Israel will benefit our peoples and deepen the ties. Distinguished guests, Excellencies, at this stage of my address, allow me, on behalf of the African Group of Ambassadors, to observe a minute of silence in memory of those who lost their lives in all tragedies, including the recent murder attacks of various parts of Israel. Thank you. May their souls rest in peace. Our guest of honor, Excellencies, I take the opportunity of this event to reaffirm the commitment of African embassies to work closely with the President of the State of Israel and the government of Israel to reinforce the progress of our cooperation. Last but not least, we thank the government and people of Israel for the excellent relations with Africa. We extend our congratulations to Israel on the celebration of its 74th anniversary of independence. Further, we wish the people of Israel a peaceful and prosperous future. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, let me thank all those who gave their time and resources to make this event a possibility. Thank you very much for your attention. It is now my honor to call upon our guest of honor, His Excellency Ahmad Amar, Minister in the Finance Ministry, to make his remarks.
הוד מעלתכם, המארח שלנו כבוד שגריר ניגריה,
Your Excellencies, our host, the Ambassador of Nigeria, His Excellency Mr. Nart Augustine Polo,
שר החוץ של טוגו,
Minister of Foreign Affairs of Togo, His Excellency Professor Robert Dasse, and excuse me 1 minute, Minister, I want to tell you that this young man, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Togo, is one of the best friends of the State of Israel in Africa. Welcome to Israel.
דייקן הסגל הדיפלומטי האפריקאי בישראל, כבוד שגריר קמרון,
The Dean of the African Diplomatic Corps in Israel, Ambassador of Cameroon, His Excellency Mr. Jean-Pierre B.T. Biesam.
דיקן הסגל הדיפלומטי בישראל, כבוד שגריר זמביה,
The Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in Israel, Ambassador of Zambia, His Excellency Mr. Martin Wanambale, also a very good friend. Where's Martin? Martin, don't be so modest. The Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in Israel.
שגרירים נכבדים וחברי המשלחות הדיפלומטיות בישראל, אורחים נכבדים.
Distinguished ambassadors and members of the diplomatic missions in Israel, honorable guests.
אני מתכבד למסור לכם את ברכת ממשלת ואזרחי ישראל לרגל חגיגות יום אפריקה.
It is my honor to deliver greetings on behalf of the government of the people of Israel and the people of Israel for Africa Day celebrations.
אני שמח שלאחר שנתיים שבהן חגיגות כאלו לא יכלו להתקיים באופן פומבי בשל מגפת הקורונה, אנחנו יכולים שוב להיפגש.
I am glad that after 2 years during which such celebrations could not be held due to COVID pandemic, we can once again meet publicly.
היחסים בין אפריקה לישראל מאופיינים בכבוד והבנה הדדיים, כאשר ליחסים הדו-צדדיים וליחסים האזוריים כאחד שורשים היסטוריים ועשרות שנים של שותפויות רב-גוניות.
Relations between Israel and Africa are characterized by mutual respect and understanding, with both the bilateral and regional relations having historic roots and decades of multifaceted friendships.
הצעד המשמעותי ביותר ביחסים ההולכים ומתפתחים של ישראל ואפריקה אירע בקיץ האחרון, כאשר השגריר שלנו באדיס אבבה הגיש את כתב אמנתו ליושב ראש ועדת האיחוד האפריקאי, וישראל קיבלה מעמד של מדינה משקיפה באיחוד האפריקאי.
Undoubtedly, the most significant step forward in our ever-developing and improving relations with Africa took place last summer when our ambassador in Addis Ababa, His Excellency Eleli Adamasu, presented his credentials to Musa Faki Mohammed, Chairman of the African Union Commission, and Israel received status of an observer state at the African Union.
עם התפרצות מגפת הקורונה, מדינת ישראל שלחה סיוע רפואי לטיפול בקורונה למדינות רבות באפריקה, דרך העברת ציוד, שיתוף מידע והדרכה והעברת מאות אלפי חיסונים.
Following the COVID outbreak, Israel, through Mashav, the International Agency for Development Cooperation of the State of Israel, sent COVID-related medical assistance to many African countries in the form of equipment, the sharing of information and training, as well as by offering hundreds of thousands of vaccinations to the African continent.
אני שמח לראות שהיחסים במישור הדיפלומטי בין ישראל ואפריקה משתפרים. האווירה החיובית שהביאו הסכמי אברהם השפיעה בצורה משמעותית על הגישה של מדינות אפריקה המוסלמיות כלפי ישראל. הפחיתה התנגדויות וקידמה נכונות הדדית לעבוד יחד ולבחון אפשרויות לשיתוף פעולה. בימים אלו ממש עורך שר החוץ של טוגו ביקור בישראל, ואני בטוח שביקור זה יוביל לשיתוף פעולה נוסף בינינו.
I am pleased that the relations between Israel and Africa on the diplomatic level have progressively improved, including as a result of the good atmosphere created by the Abraham Accords, which have had a significant positive influence on the perspective of Muslim African countries towards Israel, lessening rejectionism and promoting a mutual willingness to engage and explore possibilities of cooperation. And in these very days, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Togo is conducting a long-awaited visit to Israel, and I am sure his visit will lead to even further cooperation between Israel and Africa.
זה הזמן לנצל את פריצת הדרך הדיפלומטית ולקדם את היחסים שלנו מיחסים דו-צדדיים ידידותיים עם הרוב המכריע של מדינות אפריקה אל שיתוף פעולה מורחב עם אפריקה באמצעות הארגון היציג שלה, האיחוד האפריקאי. אני בטוח שיש תחומים נוספים בהם אנחנו יכולים לעבוד יחד. אני קורא לכל שגרירי אפריקה כאן היום לעבוד איתנו יחד כדי להשיג מטרה זו.
It is now imperative for all of us to take advantage of this diplomatic breakthrough in order to both expedite and enhance our relations from friendly bilateral relations with the vast majority of African countries to include heightened cooperation with Africa through its representative organization, the African Union. I am sure that there are many areas in which we can work together, and I call on all African ambassadors here today on the stage to work together with us to achieve this objective.
במהלך עשרות השנים, שותפויות אפריקאיות ישראליות התבססו על כבוד הדדי, תמיכה ושיתוף פעולה, כפי שראו שגרירים ממדינות אפריקה במהלך הביקור האחרון בערבה שארגן משרד החוץ. הדבר בלט גם בהשתתפותם של בכירים אפריקאים רבים בסמינר לפיתוח אסטרטגיית חקלאות לאומית שהתקיים לפני מספר שבועות.
Over the decades, African-Israeli partnerships have been based on mutual respect, support, and collaboration. As the ambassadors of African countries surely witnessed during the recent visit to the Arava arranged by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and was also highlighted by the participation of so many senior African officials in high-level seminars on national agricultural strategy development a few weeks ago here in Israel.
במבט קדימה, המאמצים המשותפים שלנו צריכים להיות ממוקדים בהפחתת אתגרים חוצי גבולות, כגון הבצורת במזרח אפריקה והמדובר באזור הסהלי והקלהרי, הפגישות הרבות שהתקיימו במהלך פורום המים הגלובליים בביתן הלאומי של ישראל בדקר במרץ האחרון, שיקפו היטב את הנכונות ההדדית להתקדם יחד בתחום חיוני זה. באופן דומה, ישראל פועלת להאצת פיתוח פתרונות חדשניות במסגרת פרויקט החומה הירוקה הגדולה.
Looking forward, our joint efforts should be focused on mitigating cross-border challenges such as the drought in Eastern Africa and desertification in the Sahel and Kalahari regions. The numerous high-level meetings held during the Global Water Forum at Israel's National Pavilion in Dakar last March strongly reflected mutual readiness to move forward together in this vital area. Similarly, Israel is working to accelerate the development of innovative solutions within the Great Green Wall project.
לסיכום, ברצוני לחזור ולומר שאני חש זכות וכבוד רב לעמוד כאן לפניכם באירוע זה. אני מעביר את הברכות החמות של ממשלת ישראל ועם ישראל לממשלות ולעמי אפריקה. אנו מאחלים לכם עתיד של שגשוג, יציבות, ואנו מקווים שהידידות בין אפריקה לישראל תמשיך להתחזק יותר ויותר. תודה. Thank you.
In conclusion, you can wait one moment with the applause. In conclusion, the Minister would like to repeat that he feels a great privilege and honor standing here before you on this occasion. And he conveys the warm wishes of the Israeli government and the people of Israel to the governments and the peoples of Africa, and wishes a future of prosperity, stability, and hopes that indeed the friendship between Africa and Israel will continue to get stronger and stronger. Thank you very much. Now you can applaud.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. We are delighted to have you here. At this junction, I would like to call the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs of Togo, the youngest professor. Come for you. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. Shalom. You can have, please. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Dear Minister Hamad Amar, dear Ambassador of Nigeria, our host, dear Ambassador of Cameroon, the Dean of African Diplomatic Corps in Israel, all protocol observed, dear friend ambassadors here, all the members of Foreign Ministry of Israel here, my friend, the MP, the Member of Parliament. I'm very happy to take a floor this evening here to celebrate, in my case, a second time, the African Day. I was in Malabo the last week for African Union Extraordinary Summit, and we celebrated in Malabo. I have a chance to come here and celebrate, and we celebrate it with you. I think the Africa and Israel relationship is very, very strong. If you remember yourself, in 2017, we should organize in Togo the first African and Israel summit. Unfortunately, my friend Gil postponed that summit, and we are waiting for his response. So seriously, we need to continue to work together with Israel. For us, African people, all the ambassadors and African population here, we are trying to diversify our cooperation with everyone. And in terms of diversification, we think Israel is very important for us. Dear Minister, Africa is a big continent, 54 countries. Here in Israel, you have 43, I think 43 or 44 ambassadors here. I don't know exactly, but 43, 44. Or you have a diplomatic relation. You have a diplomatic relation with 43 African countries. You can see yourself, 43 on 54, you have a majority of African countries with you. Of course, we will continue to support you, to discuss with you, and to keep your position as observer in African Union. We know it's not easy, but we need to continue to support you and to work with you for that. For us in Africa, cooperation is very important. Cooperation in terms of business. Now, all African leaders, all African population need to live in peace, need a real development with our continent and with our countries. So we think we have a lot of resources in Africa. Unfortunately, we don't have all the technology what we need in Africa. And I think Mr. Dean of Diplomatic Corps here, we need the Israeli technology to help us in Africa. It's my own conviction, and I think it's a conviction of most of the African leaders. So I just want to tell you thank you to give me the floor here. But you know, we have here in Israel a lot of African people. I'm seeing a lot of African people here. And, you know, we borrow to Israel some African intelligence. Of course, we need Israel technology, but we have African people here. They are Israel right now, and I say we borrow. They are not really Israel. We just borrow them to Israel for this time. One of them, he's African. He's Togolese. He's here. He's singer. He's Togolese. He's Togolese. He is African. He's one of. I think he's one of the best singer in Israel. So we are very proud to see him here, and you know, if because he's singer, if you allow me, I will try something with you. You will understand yourself. We can sing Shema Israel. We can. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Thank you.
Hello, how y'all doing? Everything's good? First of all, I want to say thank you to Your Excellencies, all the ambassadors of Africa and all the countries that are here today. And it's really an honor for me to be here. Thank you also for the ambassador of Nigeria and Votre Excellence, the Prime Minister. Huh? Sorry, again? Foreign Affairs of Togo, sorry. I got a lot of languages in my head, that's why I'm... Yes, okay. And for me, it's really an honor to be here because I remember I was coming here with my parents as a kid to these events, and it's really, for me, right now I'm coming as an artist, and I'm Togolese, and I'm proud to see him here look at me as a Togolese artist, and it's really an honor, and it shows me that what I'm doing is really working, and I really want to thank all of y'all, and I appreciate all of y'all, and it's nice to see all the African people in this event together, and thank you very much, and I really thank you a lot for everything.
I now propose a toast to the good health of leaders of Africa and Israel. The growing cooperation between Africa and Israel, the peoples of Africa and Israel, and all our distinguished guests.
Hi.
Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cut the cake now.
שלום לך, אדוני השר.
שלום לך.
כיף לראות אותך.
גם כיף להיות כאן. זה אירוע מיוחד, לחגוג עם מדינות אפריקה. אני חושב שחשוב מאוד לפתח את היחסים עם מדינות אפריקה.
איך אתה רואה?
אנחנו כמדינת ישראל, היחסים בין ישראל לאפריקה היו מאוד חזקים בשנות ה-70. ואני חושב אנחנו צריכים לחזור לשם, לחזק את היחסים עם מדינות אפריקה. ואני אמרתי גם בנאום שלי, שאחרי הסכם אברהם, היחסים גם עם מדינות אסלאמיות באפריקה הולכים ומתחזקים, ואנחנו מקווים לקדם את כל היחסים האלה.
היום כאילו ישראל חזרה להיות משקיפה באפריקה, מה הקשר עכשיו, באמת, איזה קשר יש עכשיו בין ישראל לאפריקה?
ישראל יכולה לתרום המון למדינות אפריקה, בטכנולוגיה שיש לנו, בפיתוח חקלאי שיש לנו, בהייטק שאנחנו מפתחים. מדינת ישראל היא מעצמה שיכולה להיות מנוע למדינות אלה. לכן אנחנו כמדינת ישראל מוכנים לבוא ולשתף פעולה, ועשינו את זה גם בתקופה של קורונה. אנחנו עזרנו גם בצוותים רפואיים, עזרנו בלהעביר את החיסונים. היה לנו חשוב מאוד לשמור ולחזק את הקשר עם מדינות אפריקה.
תודה רבה לך.
يا مولانا لا يا بني لا يا بني الله البني الله راجبه زار العربي الله يا البني عفو يا مولانا البنية عفو يا مولانا كاسة كاسة يا تمرة إيه لا لا يا تمرة زيد شوية يا تمرة إيه لا لا ولا لا 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 يا تمرة إيه لا لا يا ولا لا 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 يا تمرة ولا لا 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 يا تمرة إيه لا لا ولا لا 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 يا تمرة ولا لا 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 يا تمرة ولا لا 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 هي تدوى أصحاب النهاية يا تمرة مرحبا بكم يا تمرة مرحبا بكم يا تمرة تمركم مرحبا بكم وانتو مروكو مرحبا بكم وانتو مروكو وانتو أفريقيا يوم مرحبا بكم ولا لا 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 يا تمرة لا 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 يا تمرة لا 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 يا تمرة وزيد شوية يا تمرة وزيد شوية يا تمرة ويا يا يا هبو ويا يا يا هبو ويا يا يا هبو ويا يا يا هبو ويا يا 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 ويا يا يا يا.
This is who we are. Even though Nigeria is one of the biggest and the richest region in Africa, we are also rich with culture, the dance step, and all that you think you can know about Africa. When you visit Nigeria, then you will see from us. When next you visited Nigeria, please ask for the culture. This is just an example of what we have in abundance in the land of Africa. with the people of over 200 million people in population.
חותכן, יש לנו פה בחור, זללם קוראים לו, יש לנו גם כן אלמז ופסיקה, יש לנו גם כמובן האיצ'ו, כולנו באים, שמח חותכן. በላይ ብለሽው በሎጋው ቢያደልሽ በቃ ጀግናው በላይ ብለሽው በሎጋው ቢያደልሽ በቃ ጀግናው አባ ኮስትር በላይ መጣል ሲሉት አባ ኮስትር በላይ መጣል ሲሉት አባ ኮስትር በላይ መጣል ሲሉት ማማም ይላል ጣሊያን በፍራት ማማም ይላል ጣሊያን በፍራት ማማም ይላል ጣሊያን በፍራት ምንድነው በደሉ የበላይ ዘለቀ ምንድነው በደሉ የበላይ ዘለቀ ዳኛው ፈራጁ ሁሉም አላወቀ ኦሆ ላንቺው ታናን ቦራጁን ባባይ ቆርጠሽው አቤቱ ታልበል ወመተበቃ በላይ ንከቁት አትስቀሉት በቃ የዘመድይ የዘመዳደ የዘመድይ የዘመዳደ በበላይ ዘንድ ላይ በላይ ብለሽ በሎካው ቢያደልሽ በቃ ጀግናው በላይ ብለሽ በሎካው ቢያደልሽ በቃ ጀግናው በላይ ብለሽ በሎካው ቢያደልሽ በቃ ጀግናው አባ ኮስትር በላይ መጣል ሲሉት አባ ኮስትር በላይ መጣል ሲሉት አባ ኮስትር በላይ መጣል ሲሉት ማማም ይላል ጣሊያን በፍራት ማማም ይላል ጣሊያን በፍራት ማማም ይላል ጣሊያን በፍራት ምንድነው በደሉ የበላይ ዘለቀ ምንድነው በደሉ የበላይ ዘለቀ ዳኛ ፈራጁ ማንም አላወቀ ኦሆ በጂ ላንቺው ታናን ቦራጁን ባባይ ቆርጠሽው አቤቱ ታልበል አቁሜ ጠበቃ በላይ ልቀቁት አትስቀሉት በቃ የዘመድይ የዘመዳለም የዘመድይ የዘመዳለም በበላይ ዘለቅ እንዳይጠለቅ شب أرجلات you. Todaraba. Happy African Days. Todaraba.
ናስልኝ ክብር አምባሳደር
ናስልኝ አቶ አይቸው
ዛሬ እዚህ ቦታ በመገኘት የአፍሪካን ቀን ያከበርን ነው ለመሆኑ እስራኤል ከአፍሪካ ጋር ያላት ግንኙነት ምን ደረጃ ላይ ደርሶ ያለው አሁን
እስራኤል ከአፍሪካ ያላት ግንኙነት እያደገ ነው እስራኤል ከአፍሪካ ጋር ያላትን ትስስር በማጥበቅ በጣም ትልቅ የሆነ እድል መጠቀም ትችላለች አፍሪካ ማለት አሁን 1.3 ቢሊዮን ህዝብ ያላት አህጉር ናት አፍሪካ ማለት የ54 አገሮች አህጉር ናት አፍሪካ ማለት የዓለም የወደፊቷ ተስፋ አህጉር ናት ስለዚህ ከአፍሪካ ጋር የሚደረግ ወዳጅነት ለእስራኤል ትልቅ ትርጉም አለው አሁን በዓለም ላይ ብዙ አገሮች ከአፍሪካ ጋር ያላቸውን ትስስሮች ያጠብቃሉ በዚህም መደበኛ የሆነ የአፍሪካ ጋር ትብብር መድረኮችን አዘጋጅተው እናያለን ይሄም በእስራኤልም ደረጃ ትልቅ ትኩረት የተሰጠው ነው ወደፊትም የአፍሪካ እና እስራኤል ግንኙነት እንዲጠናከር በጋራ እንሰራለን
አሁን ወደ አፍሪካችን እንምጣና አፍሪካ እንግዲህ ለወደፊቱ የዓለም ማብራት ነች ተስፋ ነች እንበል ግን ቀደም ሲል ደግሞ አሁን በዚህ ያለፉት ባደረጉት ንግግር ምን ያህል ለአፍሪካ ህዝብ እርዳታ እንደሚያስፈልግ እስራኤል እጇ እንዲዘረጋ ዓለምም እንደዚሁ እንዲዘረጋ የሚል ነገር ግን እስከመቼ አፍሪካ ሁሉ ነገር አላት እስከመቼ
እንግዲህ አፍሪካ የወደፊቱ የዓለም ተስፋ ናት ሲባል ይሄን ተስፋ እውን የማድረግ ዋና ኃላፊነት በአፍሪካው ላይ ተጣለ ነው ይሄን ደግሞ እውን ለማድረግ ብዙ ይጠበቅብናል አንደኛ አዲሱ ትውልድ በባለቤትነት ስሜት በኃላፊነት ብዙ መስራት ይጠበቅበታል ይሄን ለማድረግ መጪውን ትውልድ ማስተማር መጪው ትውልድ ስለ አፍሪካ ስላላት አቅም እንዲያውቅ አፍሪካ ያላትን ኃይል እንዲገነዘብ አፍሪካ የወደፊት የዓለም ተስፋ እንድትሆን የማድረግ የመጪው ትውልድ አደራ ነው የኛ ስራ የመጪው ትውልድ ይሄን አደራ እንዲረከብ እንዲገነዘብ እንዲሁም ደግሞ እውን ማድረግ እንዲችል ማገዝ ነው ይሄን ኃላፊነታችን መወጣት አለብን ይሄን መልእክቴ ነው አመሰግናለሁ መልካም የአፍሪካ ቀን ተናስተልኝ የቀድሞ የክኔሴት አባል ዶክተር አብርሃም ንጉሴ
ተናስተልኝ አጥዋይ
ይሄ ቀን እንግዲህ አንተ በፓርላማው በነበርክበት ሰዓት እኔም ራሴ ነበርኩ ብዙ ጊዜ መተን ኢንተርቪው አድርጌያለሁ እስራኤልና አፍሪካ እንዲቀራረቡ ተመልሰው እንዲቀራረቡ ከፍተኛ ጥረት አድርጋል እንዴት ታየዋለህ ዛሬ
አዎ ይሄ በጣም የሚያስደስት ነው ምክንያቱም የክኔሴት አባል በነበርኩበት ጊዜ በክኔሴት ውስጥ ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ የአፍሪካ አገሮችና የእስራኤል ወዳጅነት መጠናከር አለበት በሚል ይሄን ተቋቁሞ በየአመቱ ይከበራል ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትራችንም ቤንያሚን ኔታንያሁ በዛን ጊዜ በነበሩበት ጊዜ 5 ጊዜ በሁለት አመት ውስጥ አፍሪካን ጎብኝተዋል ከዛን ጊዜ አንስቶ የአፍሪካ አገሮች ከ54 አገሮች 43ቱ የዲፕሎማቲክ ግንኙነት ከእስራኤል ጋር ፈጽመው ዛሬ 43 የአፍሪካ አምባሳደሮች በእስራኤል ሀገር ይገኛሉ
አፍሪካ አንድነት ድርጅትም እስራኤል ማሽኪፋውን አለች
አዎ ያንንም በእስራኤልም ለብዙ አመት ያጣችውን ከዮም ኪፑር ጦርነት አንስቶ ያጣችውንን ወንበሯን በአፍሪካ አንድነት ድርጅት አግንታ ዛሬ ወንበሯን ይዛለች በታዛቢነት
አመሰግናለሁ ዶክተር አብርሃም
አመሰግናለሁ